It's a movie review of Birth of the Dragon. The story about the Bruce Lee Won Jack Man fight. I just saw it. And I'm not going to tell you who won the fight, but there may be some spoilers in here. So if you haven't seen it and you're worried about spoilers, please kick out now. Overall, I think it was a very good movie. I am still tempted to call it revisionist history and historical fiction because it says in the beginning it's based on, it's not a 100% true reflection. But I can say that based on the stuff that I've read about that whole incident, it does stay true to that timeline. So I don't think they could be completely off in left field. The portrayal of Bruce Lee, especially in the beginning of the movie, is going to rub a lot of Bruce Lee cultists the wrong way. You June Fan fanatics. I consider myself to be a June Fan fanatic, but I consider Bruce Lee to have his flaws, but I still like and respect what he did, and I still think he's one of the most influential martial artists of all time. But see, my thing is, I think that General Choi was a flawed human being, but I still consider him to be one of the most influential martial artists of all time. That's the guy that created Taekwondo. I even think that Kano Jigoro may have had his flaws, but I still consider him to be one of the most influential martial artists of all time. That's the guy that created Judo. So you see where I'm going here. The only icon, historical icon, I think that was perfect is Jesus. And if you're not Jesus, it doesn't mean I can't learn from you, but I'm going to see you as somebody who has their flaws, but still has a lot to offer and impart. Overall, I cannot remember the names of any of the actors. That's bad on me. But they all the actors were just awesome. All of them. All the actors were awesome. The choreography is superior. If you like, I would say the choreography is not. It's like it's a bit like the Ip Man 1 and 2 movies. It's a bit like the Ip Man movies with a touch of Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Not, I would say just a dash of Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon choreography. Just a dash. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you see the thing that I call floating down. But there wasn't too many things in there that defied the laws of nature, but they still had very crisp, clean technique that you could see. So even though you could tell a lot of it is fantasy, it's not super duper uber way off on left field fantasy. But I'm going to wait until more people see the movie before I start making. I am going to do little blocks where I'm talking about the morals you get from the movie, because whether it happened that way or not, whether whoever they say won the fight or not, I'm not going to tell you who won. The whole moral of the movie is awesome and is spot on. And I really think you should go see it for that. There's also another thing they do in there. I don't know what you call it, but I call it like an internal visualization, like an internal fighting dialogue that happens when you're in a really long, drawn-out sparring session, that they really reflect perfectly in there. Some people are going to think it borders on the psychic, but the way they portray it in that movie is spot on. I really like that. I thought that was a good detail that they threw in there. It seems to me like whoever put the movie together knew something about martial arts. So that's going to end my review of Birth of the Dragon. You should go see it. They're really good at putting it in the historical context that is going on. They give you the dates and things like that. And there's a couple of things I want to leave that's a little preachy, but you know who I am. Number one, the most, I think the people who had the best kung fu in the movie is two characters near the end of the movie. They got what they wanted without throwing a punch. Those two people in there have the best kung fu. And if you really want to know what Kung Fu is, those two people, to me, even though they're the bad guys, they have the best Kung Fu. You have to see the movie to see why. They got what they wanted. They didn't have to throw a punch. So to me, they got the best Kung Fu. And the most deadly technique that they have in there is a Taekwondo technique. I'm like, what? Remember that? That's the super deadly technique. That's a Taekwondo technique. Are you serious? I know that technique. And I could probably do that technique. But the way it's angled, yeah, it would do that. If you throw it that way, it would do that. So overall, I'm gonna give the movie. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 because I'm nice. My son gave it 4 out of 5, so we could say it's a 4.5 out of 5. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm warning you, people who are sensitive about Bruce Lee, though. They're gonna make him look like Douche Lee instead of Bruce Lee. But if you can handle that, you can see the movie. You know what? See it anyway if you can't handle it. Go see the movie so they will make more martial arts movies for us martial arts fanatics to take fun in. All right? And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.